Hey everyone, good morning. I'm Priyanshu Agrawal and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now we are going to solve today's LeetCode daily challenge, which is count the number of complete components. Okay, so let's see what is this question and how we can solve it. So in this question, you are given an integer n and there is an undirected graph with n vertices numbered from 0 to n minus 1, and you are given a 2D integer array edges where edges I is equals to ai comma bi denotes that there exists an undirected edge connecting vertices ai and bi. Okay, and you need to return the number of complete connected components of the graph. Okay, what is a connected component and what is a complete connected component? So a connected component is a subgraph of a graph in which there exists a path between any two vertices and no vertex of the subgraph shares an edge with a vertex outside of the subgraph. And a complete connected component and a connected component is said to be complete if there exists an edge between every pair of its vertices. Okay, so let's see. So you have been given an n, which is the total number of edges, and in vector edges, which represents the edges between any two nodes. And you need to return the total number of complete connected components. So what are connected components? A connected component is a component in which there exists an edge with there exists a path between any two nodes. Okay, so let's say this is one connected component, this is one connected component, and this is also one connected component. Okay, but you must have solved the question of returning the number of connected components, which can be just solved by a simple BFS or DFS traversal. But in this question, we are asked the number of complete connected components. Okay, so what is a complete connected component? When there exists an edge between every pair of its vertex. So let's say if you have some connected component that like this, so there should exist an edge between every pair of vertices. Only then this is called as complete. Let's say if this is something like this, then we can't call it as complete because there doesn't exist with edge between these two vertices. There doesn't exist edge between these two vertices. So this is not complete connected component, but this is a connected component. Okay. So that in this example, this is one complete connected component. Yes, because there is only one node. As there is no pair, so yeah, this is a one complete connected component. Okay, now let's talk about this. Yes, this is also one complete connected component as there exists edge between every pair of vertex. Okay, so this is also one complete connected component. So our answer is 3. Cool. Let's see another example. This is also one connected component. This is one connected component. Let's see if they are complete or not. Yes, this is complete as there exists edge between every pair of vertices. Okay. This is not complete as there is no edge between vertex 4 and 5. So our answer is 1. Okay. So we know the approach of finding the connected components. But how we will find the number of complete connected components? Okay, so let's see. Let's take this example. So let's say the size of this connected component is n. It means it contains n vertices. Let's say in this case it is 3. Okay. So every vertex should have n minus 1 edges, right? Only then it can connect with every other vertex of that component. Okay, so every vertex should have n minus 1 edges. It means 2 in this case. And how many vertex are there in this component? Total n vertices are there in this component. Okay, so can we calculate something like degree sum, which will give us the total number of edges between every two pair of vertices? And if this is equals to n into n minus 1, only then we can call it as a complete connected component. Okay, so let's see what I am saying and let's try dry run this. So let's say we have this 0, 1 and 2. Okay, so what will be the adjacency list for this graph? So 0 will say yes, I have 1 and 2. 1 will say yes, I have 0 and 2 as neighbors. 2 will say yes, I have 0 and 1 as neighbors. Okay, so let's say we have something called as degree sum. So whenever, and one more visited vector also we have with the size 3. Cool. Now we will start our DFS traverser with the 0th vertex. Okay, so let's say on the 0th vertex we will mark it as visited. Okay, but how we will get to know the size of this complete this connected component? So we will also need to track the size of this connected component. So first we will mark it as visited, and then we will increment the size of our total component, and now we will increment our degree sum by the size of its adjacency list, which is 2. So our degree sum will become 2. Okay, now let's move on to the its neighbors, which is 1 and 2. First let's move on to 1. Okay, now let's mark 1 as visited and increase the size by 1 and increase the degree sum by the size of this adjacency list, which is 2. Now it will become 4. Okay, now let's move on to the other neighbor of 0, which is 2. Let's mark it as visited, increase the size by 1 and increase the degree sum by the size of the adjacency list, which is 2. Now it will become 6. Okay, cool. Now let's see the neighbors of 1, which are 0 and 2, which are already visited. Now let's see the neighbors of 2, which are 0 and 1, which are already visited. Okay, so now our DFS traversal ends for this component. Now we will check whether our degree sum is equals to size into size minus 1. Why? Because we need to check if there exists a path between every pair of vertex or not. So 6 is equals to size is 3 into 2, which is 6. Yes, so we can say that yes, this is one complete connected component. Okay, now let's take the example when the component is not complete or connected. We can say it is connected but not complete. Okay, so let's take this example. Okay, now let's create its adjacency list. Now 0 will say I have neighbor as 1. 1 will say I have neighbor as 0 and 2. 2 will say I have neighbor as 1. Cool. Now we have three things: size, degree sum and visited vector. Cool. Now we will start iterating from 0. We mark it as visited, increase the size by 1 and degree sum by the size of this adjacency list, which is 1. Okay. Now let's traverse its neighbors, which is 1. Let's mark it as visited, increase the size by 1, increase the size of degree sum by the size of this adjacency list, which is 2, so it will become 3. Okay, now let's come on to the neighbors of 1, which are 0 and 2. 0 is already visited, so now we will move on to the 2. Now let's mark it as visited, increase the size by 1 and degree sum by the size of this adjacency list. Now it will become 4. Okay, now let's come on to the neighbors of 2, which is 1. It is already visited, so let's skip it. Now we have came to the end of our DFS iteration for this connected component. Now let's again check whether degree sum is equals to size into size minus 1 or not. So degree sum is 4, size is 3 into 2, so 4 is not equals to 6, and we can also see that this is not a complete connected component, and from our observation as well we can say that 4 is not equals to 6. It means this is not a complete connected component. So in a simple DFS traversal, we just need to keep track of two more things, which are degree sum and the size of that component, and then we can insert this add this condition to check if that is a complete connected component. Then we will simply increment the value of our answer. If not, then we will just skip that. Okay, so let's see its code. So see in this code what we are doing. We are first creating an adjacency list in which we are simply pushing all the edges, like 1 has neighbors as 0 as neighbors as 1 and 2, 1 as neighbors as 0 and 2, and so on. Okay, and after that we are creating a visited vector and our result, like how many total complete connected components are there, and then we are starting our simple DFS traversal. If it is not visited, let's say like in this example we have two connected components. let's say something like this. Okay, so this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will start from 0. Yes, it is not visited. So we will simply do a DFS traversal on that by using degree sum and connected component size. So what this DFS traversal will do, it will simply mark that node as visited and increase the size of the component by 1 and increase the degree sum by adjacency node dot size. It means this list, and then it will simply iterate on the neighbors. Okay, now we will check if degree sum is equals to size into size minus 1, then we will simply increment connected component, otherwise not. And in the next iteration, we are iterating on the connected components, but see here we are iterating on the nodes. So how it will work, like first it will work for 0, but in this complete iteration it has marked 0, 1 and 2 as visited. Let's say 1, 1, 1 and 3, 4, 5 are still not visited, right? In this one DFS traversal, it has marked all the nodes of this component as visited. So whenever this comes to 1, it will check it is already visited, so it will skip. And then when it comes to 2, it will check it is visited, so it will skip. Now again it comes to 3. Oh, it is not visited. So now it will again iterate on this component and it will mark it as visited. So in this way it will work, and finally we will return the total number of complete connected components. So this is a simple DFS traversal. What we have done extra is this connected component size and this degree sum and this condition, right? So now let's talk about its time and space complexity. So as this is a simple DFS traversal, so its time complexity will be n plus m, as we are just iterating on all the nodes and the edges. And this space complexity will also be n plus m, as we are creating an adjacency list and our visited vector. So yeah, this was all for this question. I hope you get it, but if you still have any doubts, then you can post in the comment section. I will surely try to answer them. Till then, bye guys, see you in the next video.